Tommy Schnermacher Show on Montreal's News Talk Leader, CJAD 800.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up now. Get in the back, 'cause we're driving just to get.
Imagine seeing yourself 5 years from now doing what you've always dreamed. Can controlling our dreams while we sleep actually help us achieve our goals? Is that possible? We're going to find out. Renowned Canadian hypnovisualist and longtime McGill University ethics teacher, Dr. Miller, joining us. He created an app called Dream Control that can help us make those dreams reality. He joins us right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, what exactly is a hypnovisualist?
Well, it's actually just me. It's a word I created myself. It's a combination of visualization techniques, which I haven't invented, and kind of a hypnotic way of achieving that, which I also haven't invented, but I put it together in a digital format.
So tell me about the Dream Control app. How does that work?
Well, it's you download it like any app, and really it's an audio track that allows you to be lucid during your dreaming. Remember your dreams more, and in fact control your dreams so that you can achieve results. It's well known that when you dream something, that's really the beginning of a thought process that eventually leads you to do something. And if you can actually control your dreams so that you achieve the results you want, then you're moving a lot faster than you would otherwise.
Okay, give me an example of what you would do, what somebody might do as they're trying to control their dreams.
Well, the idea is to allow yourself to be aware of the fact that you're asleep. The truth is that we have, our consciousness rises above our sleep. Our sleep is just the body's desire to rest. Our consciousness is wide awake. Many of us don't remember that it's wide awake. Many of us, of course, know that we dream, and we sometimes think of things during our dreams. But we're not really sure that it's because this is a natural state or it's some kind of fantasy. The truth is we are conscious when we sleep. So if we can actually understand that, and see ourselves sleeping in a way, then we can go off and dream and do whatever it is that we like, consciously aware of the fact that we're dreaming.
So you're directing the dream? You're saying, I'm going to dream about this, and you create the picture?
Yes. Well, if you can see yourself sleeping,
right,
then you're awake, your body's sleeping, fine, let it sleep. And then you say, okay, I want to do this or that, whatever it is that your unique body, your unique desire leads you to.
So what would that be? Would that be a job achievement, a sports achievement, a health achievement?
All of those things.
Well, give me specific examples.
Well, I've worked with students over the years, and the idea was to allow students to feel better about their last days in professional school. As you know, I teach in dentistry. And students, even though they're in their last days of about to graduate, have achieved everything up to that point, aren't sure that they're actually going to graduate. They're nervous, they're worried, maybe I won't do it. And of course, this doesn't make any logical sense. So what I decided to do with students was to get them to dream in a way of a room that they were in 5 years from that day, a room of their ideal conception. But not the concept of a room, actually, the physical reality of a room, the color of the walls, the sounds, what time of day it is, and know that that's a place that feels really good, a place of achievement. And in doing so, it programs the brain to understand that you will, in fact, achieve whatever it is that you want. It's a very simple way to do it, but it makes people feel better at the very least. And decisions that are made with respect to the future are made with kind of an assuredness that one is going to achieve.
So it could be for a dental student, he'd be picturing a room, his office with his patients, the waiting room.
Well, actually, it's preferred that one doesn't think that okay. One just thinks of a place that feels good. And of course, they're in dentistry, so we'll assume they're going to get there. And that they're going to be in an office or something like that. But perhaps they're not. Everybody follows their own path. And maybe 5 years from now, they'll be in a place they like, which is not dentistry.
Now, when people have done this, what have they told you? What's the result and how have they felt about it?
They always feel better, and that to me makes me feel like I've achieved something. When I do this with my students in their last class, I get them to close their eyes and to relax. I use a technique of just relaxation, which is familiar to most people, and then they get them to visualize this particular scene. And then they come out of it and they tell me, wow, thank you. And so, wow, thank you means something. I'm not sure what. But I know that later on, I've met these students over the years. I've been teaching for over 30. Most of my students have been successful and have remembered those things.
If you want to find out more about this dream state and how you can achieve it, give us a call. If you have any questions or comments, 514-790-0991. Star Talk, text your question to 514-800-1115. The time, what's going on the roads. We're going to check your traffic from the CJAD Lake Superior Traffic Center. Here is Charmin Yarnell.
The Tommy Schnurmacher Show on Montreal's News Talk Leader, CJAD 800.
Dr. Norman Miller, my guest. We're talking about visualization. You have another app that I want to ask you about called Afterlife. What's that?
It's designed for people who are facing life and death issues. Some people who are terminally ill, other people who are just like all of us. You know, this is the biggest question we have. Do we survive the body? And I believe we do. And I believe we can know that. I believe we know that all the time simply by allowing ourselves to experience it.
Now, one of the things you mentioned is flying and teleportation.
Well, you could call it that.
Yeah?
These are out-of-body experiences, really. What I'm doing is I'm asking people to see themselves from outside. So if they can see themselves from outside for purposes of directing a desire, they can certainly understand they're more than their bodies. That's an immediate bit of information that comes to you.
Lillian on the line. Good morning.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, Dr. Miller, I'm going to be looking up all your different techniques, on some websites, but the end result after you do this is, like, I want to understand it, is that if you have a dream, the dream, like, should become reality, or if you could just clarify a little.
Sure. Well, that's the point. Thank you for your question, by the way. We want the dreams to become reality. Our dreams are what we want, are they not? So it would be nice if we could actually dream things and speed up the process of making them reality. And that's what I'm trying to do by allowing one to control one's dreams.
So how does dreaming about, let's say, owning a condo somewhere, how does dreaming about it bring it closer to reality?
Well, we're infinitely capable. Anybody can get a condo, if they want it. We have to just...
No, but you have to have the money in order to get the condo.
Well, yeah, but the money's kind of an intermediary. If you feel in your heart, and we see this from people who rise from poverty to great heights and achieve all kinds of financial success, that it's really a confidence in yourself and knowledge that you're going to achieve it that reaches that goal.
So you have to believe it.
You have to believe it.
What if you don't believe it? It's not going to work?
You can actually, your brain doesn't want you to think that that there's more to you than just it. So it's telling you all the time, well, don't believe that. That's not true. I'm in control. But the truth is there's something higher that controls us. It's ourselves, our higher self, we could say, that controls it. So we talk our brain into, from our higher self, understanding it's going to get it. And then
this higher self, is this the soul you're talking about?
We could call it the soul, sure. But, if we start to use religious terms, then people will have all kinds of reactions to that. So I would say just experience what you are. Forget about what someone else calls it. And let yourself understand that you're more than yourself, just by yourself.
Are there any risks associated with it?
I can't imagine that there are. There are risks associated with not knowing that.
No, any risk is associated with these kinds of visualizations you're talking about?
No. I would say don't play these apps while you're driving your car.
Right.
But, beyond that, this is, really what you are that you're accessing. So each person is individual.
But you're accessing not what I thought you're accessing what your dream is.
Your dream is actually what you are in reality, what you want in reality. So you're allowing your body to access.
But it's you said about the brain's trying to tell you don't believe this, but isn't it your brain that's telling you what you want?
No, it's something beyond that, I believe, that tells you what you want.
What about people who don't know what they want?
They can find out by seeing themselves from a perspective.
Like how? What would you say to them?
I would say dream yourself out of your body and look at yourself. See what it is that you are, how you connect with the rest of the world. You'll understand what it is that you want.
Have you had people who've used this for quitting smoking, for weight loss?
I've had people use it for weight loss.
And how did it work?
It works.
In what way? How does it work?
It works in that